Alrighty, I'm back again, reacting to the second video of Internet Historian's virus videos. So let's get to that. So here we are. Let's see how this goes. Ah, Well, it left off of us ending up on Mars for some reason, and Elon Musk being the one who presumably got us there. Something like that. Oh.
Thank you. Thank you, all of my children. We're here today to test the launch of my new cyber rocket.
Cyber rocket.
With this, I pledge to you that we will have a man on the Earth by the year 2030. But before we embark...
Okay. I guess we should go back to the Earth if we have to end up leaving it. I mean, it is our home world, so it makes sense that we would go back.
On this journey, we must talk about some of the mistakes of the past.
Yeah.
So that
there's a lot of mistakes that happened during the whole thing.
We are not doomed to repeat them. Anyway, it was a sunny day in downtown Wuhan, and people were coughing into each other's mouths, as is customary in it.
What?
You're going viral!
Oh, yeah, the whole stitching thing. Yeah. Got a kid.
Douchebag! I'm a big f***ing man, and I'm gonna pull out my dick.
February.
What? That sounded kind of random. Why would you pull your thing out?
2020. The virus is everywhere.
Yeah.
But some were sneaking out.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's boring to just be inside. And it's not very good for, well, your social needs.
Others not taking it seriously at all.
Nah, I didn't really care, but then again, I didn't really go out. I don't really go out anyways.
People were outside, going about their normal lives.
Well, yeah, I mean, part of the reason, I believe that part of the reason why the thing was bad is because of all the fear that was spread of the virus. People did not, how do I say it? People did not act in proportion to what was going on.
Before everything,
or at least governments didn't, and that made it so that it was not the greatest for people.
It was time.
Oh, I can't think of what his name
For
is.
drastic action.
Como? Was that it?
So, the mayors and governors from around the world gathered together with a solution.
Yeah, New York. That was the one from the other one. California. That's Newsom, isn't it?
To the problem of sneaking out while grounded. Snitching hotline.
Yeah, that was a disaster, as far as I know.
Snitches get rewards.
No, I understand that if you see something, say something, but this isn't one of those cases where you should do that.
Simply take a picture of someone and text it to the official snitch line to put those rule breakers.
As far as I know, it got flooded with a whole bunch of bad memes and pornographic images.
In their place.
What's up, boys? Over here at Wendy's.
What a scoop!
Instant justice.
Some people need to get the message. Send a photo and we will make sure that enforcement comes right away.
Yeah, that's not very good. That in a lot of places where really bad things had happened, there has always been some sort of secret police that you could get that could yeah, there's always some sort of the places and times when some of the most heinous things happened. There was always a secret police that could be coerced into coming and dealing with your problem by lying to them. And that's not a good thing.
But naturally, many New Yorkers did not take very kindly to this idea.
Well, I'm happy.
So, they decided to text the hotline as well.
Yeah, I heard about this. But the Internet Historian might have more information than what I knew.
Text after text came rolling in. What a success!
I don't remember, but I think they ended up ending the thing, too. I don't think it went on for very long. And I want to say that it's because of the people that were calling the hotline.
Let's open the first one. Surprise! Turns out people weren't just sending in tips. They were sending the whole shaft. Oh, Jesus. Next one. Next.
Hot dog.
Next.
Oh, New York girls answer mayor's call to turn neighbors into snitch hotline during coronavirus with nude pics and dictator memes. Yeah, I mean, secret police is not a good thing.
Next. Just close it. I can't, it's just going faster. Text after text was the same. Pictures of people giving the finger, dick pics, edgy Blasio memes. This isn't helping at all. Sir, our servers can't handle this amount.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't think about that, but that would definitely put a strain on what's going on.
Of erotica all at once. Well, save some of the more tasteful nudes on this thumb drive and shut it down. And so it crashed. But the snitches forgot the first rule of snitching.
What's that?
Snitches get unmasked by state sunshine law.
Oh. Okay. I'm curious.
In Missouri, they have them. 2 weeks
Oh, yeah, I think I remember hearing about this. It's been a while.
after their own snitching program went live, turned out it was all subject to public record by anyone who requested it.
Oh, yeah. So I guess if you know that your neighbor's mad at you, maybe you should send a request to see if maybe your neighbor was somebody who called the hotline on you.
So not only is all of this information not anonymous or private, it's published indefinitely on a government website with zero redaction.
Yeah, you shouldn't snitch on people, at least not in this kind of case, when there was no reason to. I believe that the only reason why it was as bad as it was, why the COVID pandemic thing was as bad as it was, is because, well, the governments and jurisdictions did not let people just be people. They chose to try to force them into doing things that were unnatural for them or even just humans to do.
Oh dear. Of course, I'm not going to put any of those details here.
Well, that's good. Doxing isn't good.
But if you live in Missouri and you're a bit curious...
Links, as always, are in the description down below.
In Washington and Louisiana, people were unmasked too. In Frisco, Texas, they made an app for snitching as well. But...
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Actually, I don't know. What kind of leaning does that Texas city or county have when it comes to politics? Because I do know that there are places in Texas and even Florida that are very left.
There was backlash and it was terminated. In LA, the mayor's infamous
Snitches get rewards.
statement was walked back. In Victoria, a couple was fined $1,500 each for going on a drive to Lake's entrance.
Again, there's nothing wrong with them going on a drive.
And posting photos on social media.
You there, sir? I certainly hope you've got a license.
Warned that if they do it again, they would be arrested.
Why? They didn't do anything wrong. They didn't hurt anybody. And with the picture that was shown in the video, it didn't seem like that there was anybody there for it to affect. I remember hearing about a story of a guy who was just paddleboarding randomly at a beach, and because of that the city decided to go and arrest him when he wasn't doing anything wrong. There wasn't anybody there for him to come in contact with other than the police when they came.
Except the photos were from a year ago.
Oh. Yeah. Government sucks.
We're not going to get everything right all the time.
Even if you're not going to get everything right all the time, that still means that you need to correct. You need to correct yourself when you get it wrong, and governments and other agencies choose not to do that.
And we will make mistakes.
But worst of all was the UK.
9 coppers for one lap.
Yeah, I heard some stories about the UK stuff. It sounded very totalitarian. Yeah, if I could say that right.
Are you ridiculous?
194,000 calls in a single
Yeah, I'm glad I don't live in the UK. The UK just full of snitches.
month had been made regarding people leaving their homes without a license, and tens of thousands of fines had.
Why is this a video of somebody just... Hopefully this wasn't a video of somebody that got called. If so, there's no reason for the officer to break that window.
been issued.
The British frown down on telltales. There's even an old nursery rhyme.
Telltale tit, your tongue shall be slit.
You make any more noise, and I'm calling the police.
Show
That
me
did not rhyme very well. Crime!
what you've got. Yeah!
And yet, while normal everyday
What kind of crime is he going to be talking about? I'm curious.
activities were being criminalized, regular crimes were being made de facto legal.
Well, yeah, it'd be kind of easier to do some things.
Job.
Police do nothing around here.
And in major cities, it seemed as though everyone was going for the high score. People aren't afraid to go out on the street at night. What can we do to increase crime?
What can we do to increase crime? Well, I mean, California is definitely doing a good job at that. I mean, if you didn't know, in California, you won't get convicted or charged with robbery, with stealing, if the total value of what you stole isn't more than like $900 or something like that.
I have an idea. In New York and LA, they experimented with reducing bail to zero.
No, there's a reason why bail is available, but I do agree that there needs to be something. Okay, how do I say this? There needs to be something so that somebody who is actually violent, who would actually go out and do more crime, there needs to be something to keep them there, and that would be bail. I mean, there's been many stories of people who have been bailed out and then have gone and committed crimes again. But not just crimes, but murder as well. Like there was a story of a man who was let out on bail because it was paid by some sort of organization that is against policing, mostly it sounds like. And that guy went out and he killed the lady that got him in there. I think he was in there for abuse or something. And when he got out, he went to that lady's house. And I imagine that there was a restraining order as well, but I could be wrong. But he went to the lady's house and killed her. And there has been several stories of people who have been let out by organizations who are against bail stuff or keeping criminals behind bars until they have a court date, and they have gone out and committed more crimes. Now I will say we do need to figure out some way so that those... One thing that is bad about bail is that it does kind of punish people who happen to be low income. And just so you know, just because you're low income does not mean that you are of a particular minority or whatever. Anybody can be poor. I would consider myself poor. But bail does help those people, and yes, so there does need to be a way that we can keep criminals, those who we know who are going to reoffend. And for the most part, when you ask people outside, they tend to have an idea of the kind of people that are going to reoffend. But there does need to be a way to keep those people there and let those who are not going to be doing any of that stuff to be able to live until they go for court, something like that.
And it went exactly as you'd expect.
Well, yeah, they get arrested and then they get out.
But it wasn't enough. So they said any burglaries up to $1,000 worth of goods would no longer result in the police showing up to the.
Yep, I mentioned about that, although I thought it was only like 900. But yeah, police and security will not intervene if somebody is stealing a whole bunch of stuff. And then because of the way that it's been, that means that organized crime can go in and each individual person could steal up to $1,000, and the crime ring does not have to worry about cops getting them or getting some of the people.
Scene. So you're telling me that I can steal up to $1,000 worth of goods, and the police won't even try to make an arrest?
Well,
Right.
well, maybe one day, if somehow they're identified.
But you want everyone to wear a mask, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So people walked up to the buffet and had their fill.
Yep.
If you could walk into a store, grab what you want, and just go. What?
Well, that was California, and probably still is California.
What would shopping look like?
Oh my God! Call the police!
Welcome to Amazon Go.
Well, it sounds like California Go instead of Amazon Go.
We call it Just Walk Out technology.
Yeah, they just walked out.
Copy overdose. Piece of shit.
Yeah, you don't steal stuff. It's not right.
Take whatever you like.
Sometimes when I call 911, nobody answers.
No lines, no checkout. No.
Oh, they're stealing stuff from that Amazon thing.
Seriously.
Shoplifters don't seem to care who's watching.
Of course they don't care, because they're not going to get punished.
Once you've got everything you want, you can just go.
Yeah, and then the other thing is that if you choose to intervene, you're going to get in trouble. Most likely you will get charged with assault or something, and when there's no reason why you should. You're trying to stop somebody who has committed a crime.
Filling bags and backpacks in the middle of the day.
Yeah, they don't care. They're not going to get in trouble because of the stupid California government.
You can keep going. Amazon Go.
Be back tomorrow? Yeah. Tomorrow morning? Tomorrow morning.
Oh, were they planning to do it again?
Not enough crime. Release the felons. So it was ordered.
Oh yeah, that's right. I do remember that was something that was going on. Although I forgot that it was in New York. But I think I remember that there were several places where they were releasing people early from prison, and extremely early as far as I know, from prison, because they are scared of COVID, and they are scared of people getting COVID in prison. But yet, prison and jail would probably be a relatively safe place, because they can get whatever medical stuff that they need if they were to get sick, either that being with COVID or something else.
Anyone who had non-violent misdemeanors, serving sentences of less than a year, or scheduled to be free in 30 days or fewer.
Well, I understand the 30 days or fewer. Okay, that's fine. That doesn't bother me. Something less than a year, I mean, even if it's something small and you've been sentenced to a year, you need to, you should solve some of that. Non-violent misdemeanors, I guess I can understand that. I don't quite know exactly what all are misdemeanors, but as far as I know, a misdemeanor, the way it was described to me when I was younger, was that a misdemeanor is just something, you done something stupid that was illegal. So I guess that's fine. So I guess it doesn't seem like it's as bad as what I thought, which is good because I do want to know the truth. And like I said earlier, I thought that it was people who would be extremely, who had to serve a lot of time, but there could be more to it.
Was released. And the results? Predictable. One man only lasted.
Yeah, not surprised. This is what I was talking about when it comes to the bail stuff. Is that a lot of people reoffend, and people in the community or even people outside tend to, if they look at somebody's criminal record, they tend to be able to tell if the person will be able to. I mean, if the person will reoffend, but because of the way bail is, there are organizations that will let these violent people out.
37 minutes before being arrested again. Another man was arrested 3 times in one day. First for attempting to break into a vehicle, next for stealing items out of someone's front yard.
Could be moving like Internet Historian is showing.
And then again for stealing a vehicle.
Sorry, the bike was funny.
And each time he was arrested, he just moonwalked out of there.
For his 7th time,
he was arrested 3 times. Why didn't they keep him? It showed that he was going to be reoffending.
got arrested for stealing a vehicle. So apparently he's not very good at it.
Crime rates went right through.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I kind of yeah, that's not good. Oh, and it's showing what rates went up. Motor, shooting, burglaries. Those are things that are bad. I mean, if they did want to let people out, even though I think it's a stupid reason to let them out, it seems like they chose the wrong people to let out, though. The only ones that I can think of that might make sense are the non-violent misdemeanors, but some of the other people, it sounds like that it wasn't a good idea to let them out.
The ceiling. Famous criminal time.
Oh.
Tekashi69 was released early from his 18-month.
I have no clue who he is, and I'm not going to lie. When somebody looks like this, I do not think good of them.
Sentence, and instantly broke Instagram and YouTube records with his live stream and music video.
Oh, well, good for him. I mean, that was cool for him, but yeah.
Other high-profile names asking for early release include R. Kelly.
Oh, I've heard the name, but I don't know anything about R. Kelly.
Bill Cosby.
Oh, well, I thought Bill Cosby was a different thing. Not because of COVID. Or did he go back in?
Martin Shkreli, and our good friend Billy McFarland.
Don't know any of those people. Oh.
Breakout time!
Ah.
Then some prisoners came together with an idea.
Oh, I did not know that people were going to try to break out. That's kind of interesting.
What's your plan? Well, if we have an outbreak at our prison...
Oh, I guess they were trying to get COVID to possibly... Okay. That's interesting.
Maybe they just have to let some of us go.
Well, I mean, it's New York, maybe.
Worth a shot. So prisoners at the North County Correctional Facility tried passing around water containers and shared a mask to get it. It worked, somewhat, as 30 prisoners soon tested positive for the...
Well, just because you're positive for COVID doesn't mean that you're going to really be sick.
TheVarus. But then administrators cottoned on to what they were doing, and none of them were released.
Makes sense. I think I heard about that, but I completely forgot about it. Oh. Yeah, celebrities are always cringy, but I don't quite remember what they did this time.
Speaking of people who should be in prison, celebrities.
Many people I do not care for.
We have forgotten about the important people. Guys, we're bored.
Gosh, she looks so bad in that image. Well, I say image, but it might be an actual video. She looks really bad. Yeah, she just looks really bad. I remember Ellen looking, you know, somewhat pretty, but that's not pretty at all.
Too. They crave the attention.
Oh yeah, they did. I don't remember what they did, but yeah, they did.
They need it. Without it, they will surely shrivel and perish. But when everything gets shut...
Who was that? And that is so weird. And does that red light stuff even work? To me, it just sounds like pseudoscience. I mean, I know light is important to your body. You make vitamin D by being outside. So light is important, but I don't know, does red light really do anything?
Shut down and they're trapped in their homes and can't get on TV.
Oh gosh, that seems annoying.
They begin to go a little stir.
Oh, no, that seems so horrible. Oh, what's this?
Okay guys, now I know we're all feeling the struggle right now.
Yeah, oh, didn't they sing something and it was just cringy?
Without television and press following you around, you need to make yourselves trend. We need you now more than ever. Jimmy.
No, we don't need you. We probably never needed you.
Jimmy. Female Jimmy. You're the funny guys.
Jimmy.
You must continue working from home. Your biggest
Oh, yeah, I remember that. You could see that they were extremely bad in the way that they did stuff from doing it at home. They were extremely bad. I remember hearing about that. YouTubers and other content creators, I mean, probably even, how do I say it? Probably even people that do adult things like I do on the hub, probably have better content, probably had way better content than they did during this time. Although, I have a feeling that a lot of times YouTubers and 18 plus actors or people doing 18 plus content normally have better content than the crazy late night people anyways.
Competitor now is a Swedish boy that reacts.
PewDiePie! I've only watched like one video of him. I don't think he's bad. I know he messed up once, but that was fine. I mean, I had mentioned before that that word that he used, well, I don't think it has the same meaning it does anymore. So when it comes to people saying that word, I don't think it means the same thing that it used to.
Stefani videos on his kitchen floor.
Sounds doable.
Yeah, it's not very doable for you. Even with your millions of dollars, you still suck.
It was toilet paper. It was a huge box of... I was like a kid on the toilet on Christmas.
What? Why do I care about you hearing about taking a poo during Christmas?
This morning. 60 double rolls of heaven.
Well, that's a lot of toilet people. Okay. Is that what you're trying to say? You got a lot of toilet paper?
You get to play that fun game, protected from the coronavirus or a botched nose job.
I think I get the joke, but I really don't care.
Or both.
Yeah, it could be both, but I don't care.
Everyone in here is gay.
Oh. I guess. So you're filming it yourself? Okay. Oh, yeah.
Hello, everybody out there.
No, shut it down.
Yeah, they were all bad. They were all really bad. I'm glad that I don't watch any late night programs. Antenna TV now is just kind of garbage. I have a feeling cable and satellite probably isn't much better anyways.
How about an uplifting song to boost morale?
Oh no. That was really bad.
This could be our generation's We Are the World.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was a disaster.
I can give it a go. I love uplifting music.
Thank you, Gal.
Yeah, celebrities should keep their noses out of politics type stuff.
Imagine there's no heaven.
I don't care.
It's easy if you
Imagine there's no heaven. This is not the time when everyone's Grammy's dying, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, we don't care about you singing. It's not going to help us. It's not going to help people feel better. Especially like what's being shown. Your net worth is $3 million. Of course you're comfortable where you are. Imagine all the people that had to, well, suffer because they don't have the money you do for just getting the basic stuff. Or being able to pay the bills when they were told that their work isn't essential.
Feel like they feel like they did something significant.
Yeah, they didn't do anything significant. If anything, it just was hypocrisy. I think I might have used that, right?
She's so happy. Gal Gadot, whatever fuck her name is,
I
Wonder Woman.
I lost my job at the meatpacking plant, but Gal Gadot sang Imagine
And it's a
today.
terrible version. You guys suck at singing.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh boy. Madonna, how about an inspirational speech to lift those faces? I mean, spirits.
I mean, that could be something that could help, but that was just weird. I didn't even watch the video. I just remember seeing some other commentary people talk about it, and it was just weird.
That's the thing about COVID-19. It doesn't care about how rich you are.
Well, yeah, but if you're rich, you can get all the top nuts. You can get all the you can get all the experimental medicines and whatnot that you need to get better in a week or two. Something like that. You can make sure that your health is so much better than somebody that's suffering.
It's the great equalizer.
No, it's not the great equalizer. Just because you have money doesn't mean... yeah, I said that wrong. Just because you have COVID, it doesn't equalize the amount of money you have compared to somebody else. Because if somebody else had the same amount of money that you did, they could use that money to get all the great treatment that they needed. But they can't, because it's not equal.
And what's terrible about it is what's great about it.
It doesn't equalize anything. All it does is it does the opposite. It shows how unequal. Because I would not be able to get any sort of expensive treatment if I were to get COVID again. Or when I had it, when I had COVID, I had to suffer through all the aches of COVID in my arms and my legs, the constant tiredness, the fever. I had to suffer through all of that. I didn't have money to buy much of anything. The only thing that I got that might have been somewhat different is that I had money to be able to buy the breakfast shake things, because it was hard to eat things. But that's the only thing special that I think that I was able to do, and I know that many other people would be able to do that. But yeah.
What's terrible about it is it's made us all equal.
No, it hasn't made us all equal. It showed that we are not equal. It has shown the gap.
In many ways. And what's wonderful about it is that it's made us all equal.
No, it did not make us equal. and show that we are not equal.
In many ways.
No.
Jesus Christ. Maybe just stick to singing.
Cause there's no more pasta. Oh no.
Then just buy it on Amazon.
So we're gonna eat some fried fish.
Oh.
Well, fish is good. Maybe I should make some fish sometime.
Okay, not bad. Let's try somebody else. Keep it positive, you know.
Cause the last shit cause the motherfucking
Oh god. Cardi B. Oh no.
China.
Thank you, Cardi. You really are the voice of reason.
Government! Learn.
Oh gosh, what is she wearing? Does she even have a bra on? It looks like she does. She has some sort of black covering for some sort of black underwear. Those nails. Ugh.
Tell y'all motherfuckers something. Guess what, bitch? Coronavirus!
What? I don't... Yeah. I don't like it when people talk like that. They just don't sound good. When people have that kind of way of talking, they sound very dumb. And I think it's sad because there's, I don't know Cardi, obviously, or anybody who really talks like that, but it doesn't mean that you're stupid. But when you talk like that, that's what I think of. I think that you are intellectually challenged.
Get it real!
Well, that was Vanessa. Maybe you can speak to your
I mean, she looks kind of normal. I imagine she's going to say something stupid.
fans. You seem to have a lot of free time at the moment.
Like, yeah, people are gonna die.
Yeah, people did die, and that's sad.
It's just terrible, but like,
Yeah.
inevitable?
Oh,
Yeah, people will die. People will always die from things. But I don't know if that was helpful to anybody. I mean, we all feel our own death, kind of.
God. Oh geez. We're losing them. You guys in your massive houses and complaining isn't relatable at all. We need to meet them on their level.
I've got this.
Cried for a second.
Who's this guy?
And I was gonna do it by myself, and then I thought, you know what? It's important for everybody.
But, yeah, if you're feeling sad and you need to cry, you should. I mean, there are times that you should at least hold it in to not show others. I know that for men, when it comes to being stoic or not showing emotion, that's only done so that others around you are not worried about what's going on. But when you have time by yourself, and you're not in that, and you don't, yeah, it's okay to cry. But I don't want to see you cry on the internet. I mean, there might be times when I wouldn't care to see somebody cry. But for the most part, but at least for me personally, if I see a video of somebody crying, I get turned off by it and just go to something else. Oh, ow. My leg again.
But before I continue...
Oh yeah, I forgot. He's telling a story on Mars.
Ad time.
Ooh, ad. Oh.
The name's Ray.
Oh, it's Raycon. I don't like earbuds. I have over-the-ear headphones. I don't like earbuds at all. I do like wireless though, because I'm using some radio, some RF wireless stuff.
Raycon. But you can call me Raycon Man.
Raycon Man. I see. 20 years ago.
I got you a present. Thanks, son. Let's go throw the old football around in celebration of my new present. Wired headphones. With wires.
Oh.
Why, son? Why? You're responsible.
No. I wasn't expecting that.
Never again.
I mean, there were other kind of earbuds. There were other kind of... Yeah, you don't need to buy Raycon to be wireless. You can just get cheap headphones. Cheap wireless headphones.
Gotcha! Wired headphones, you dangerous bitch.
Wait, what?
Huh? I can't hear you. I have my everyday E25 Raycon earbuds in. I'll save you. What? There's another one. Don't worry, I'll save you too.
Oh. Now they're gonna kiss.
Now you two kiss. 6 hours of playtime, half the price of other premium brands. Raycon good, wires bad.
Oh.
Will you
Okay.
seamlessly connect your Bluetooth with me?
No, I won't. I don't care. I don't like earbuds. If Raycon ever has over-the-ear headphones, then maybe I would give them a try. If I ever get big enough to get a sponsor. But for now, I don't like earbuds.
Can I get a closer look? Wow, I love the range of colors they come in. Of course I will. Let me just put them in.
Oh, I like that metallic red
right now. Wow, they fit so snug.
Wow. I think I'll put mine in as well.
I can never get earbuds to go in right. Just never. I don't. Yeah.
Just don't insert them into other holes. Hey Doc, it's happened again.
Oh. Why is there a bomb?
Good. Wires bad.
No, wait.
Cleaning is as easy as 1, 2, 3. What's wrong? Don't want to live in cyberpunk and have your brain all f***ed up by 5G?
No. I don't.
You seen it? Raycon good. Wires bad.
Where's the wire? That's not a wire.
Go to buyraycon.com/Internet Explorer to save 15% off your first order of the everyday even 25 earbuds from Raycon.
Okay.
Ad over.
Yep.
Onions. Humble yellow onions.
Wait, there was something about onions? I don't think I knew anything about onions during the whole thing.
6-pound onion. Gripping the onion like a tennis ball.
It's time for an uplifting story.
Oh.
Prim Murti Pandey, 56, works at Mumbai airport. Everything was going into lockdown and he wanted to be with his family.
Oh, well, that's understandable.
But they were in Allahabad and he was stuck in Andheri East.
Okay.
Just
How did
fly.
he get-
No flights. Just drive. Not so simple. Roads are closed to all non-essential travel.
That's unfortunate. Although, and I don't agree with that either.
What to do? So he hatched a plan.
Did he go by donkey or something?
Become an essential traveler. He started with a test case. He hired a truck and drove 200 kilometers to Pimpelgina. Bought 1,300
Oh, maybe I did hear about this. I don't remember.
kilograms of watermelon.
So good.
Come to terms with the already large quantity of melons we already have.
Well, I mean, food is essential.
And sent the truck back to Mumbai, where he had a cellar. Success.
That works, I guess.
Wasn't stopped, even sold the goods at a profit.
Hey, good for him. I'm happy he made some money.
We're an essential traveler now, boys. Time to do it again, but this time all the way home.
Oh.
So he hired another truck, got an onion permit,
Onions, okay.
and this time bought 25,520 kilograms of onions.
That's a lot of onions.
And the article says he disguised himself as an onion seller.
Oh, I mean, it sounds like that he was legit. He was just... Oh, yeah. Sounds like that he was legit. He was actually selling the onions. I mean, yeah, it sounds like that he would actually be selling the onions like he did the watermelon. The only thing is that he used it as a way to travel so he can see his extended family. Or maybe that was his immediate family. Either way, it doesn't sound like he was lying.
I don't know what that looks like, so here's this. He then hauled ass 1,200 kilometers over 3 grueling days and nights through 3 states to get home.
Wait, does India divide the country in states? Like, well, I guess the US? Or do they call them provinces or territories? like other places.
He makes it. Now to sell the goods and see my family.
Yeah.
He stopped at the wholesale market just on the outskirts of town and tried to find a buyer for the onions.
Oh, he didn't have anything set up. That's unfortunate.
Except, nobody wanted them.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
Onions? Anyone? Onions? Because of the lockdown, there was a huge glut in the market.
Whoa, that's a big onion. Look at that.
I guess maybe he needed a different vegetable. I guess onions wasn't a good thing.
Woo! Onions. Everybody loves onions.
Yeah.
Onions? Onions?
Oh no.
No! Daddy's coming.
Well, he traveled for the... I mean, I know he traveled because he wanted to see his family, but he did have the intention of selling it, so... I hope that he doesn't get in trouble in the end.
Home, and he's smelling of onions. By the late afternoon, he just gave up and drove the truck to his house to be with his family.
Yeah, makes sense.
However, the next day, knock knock.
Oh.
It's the police.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Poor guy.
Oh no, you're not here to buy some onions, are you?
No.
And they were not. So he spent the next 2 weeks in the quarantine center.
Ah, poor guy.
And he's still looking for a buyer for the onions.
Mr. Clean gets rid of dirt and grime
Oh,
and grease and dust.
hand sanitizer. Yeah, a lot of people use more hand sanitizer, I guess.
Mr.
Clean will clean your whole house and everything that's in it.
Okay. Yeah, I will say, I do think that there's some truth in things being over-sanitized, and with that, immunity dropping. But that's just what I think, but that's only because it makes sense to me. Kitty cat.
I need some hand sanitizer. When the
I don't remember. I think I have a big bottle of some hand sanitizer. But I don't remember why, and I don't think it was because of the pandemic. Naturally, it's not mine, it would be my mom's, but, yeah. Maybe she got it because she was somewhat scared. A lot of this stuff has at least got her a little bit worried. Not all of it, but some of it. I've been kind of whatever about it, mostly.
outbreak first happened, there was one clear piece of advice from the WHO. Wash your hands.
Yeah, washing hands is good. For a long time, it was considered a bad thing to do. Because, I don't know why. It was just considered bad. Not gonna lie, I think there was something about the church about it, and that was stupid.
Both soap and hand sanitizer would work, but we had plenty of soap.
Yeah, ew.
So naturally, we panicked about the hand sanitizer. Good thing?
Yeah.
That's gold. That's gold.
And panic soon turned to profit.
I guess it's the same thing with the toilet people.
People had seen the rush on toilet paper and they knew to get in quick.
Right.
And two of the fastest shoppers in the West were entrepreneurial brothers, Matt and Noah. They hopped in their truck and drove from town to town, state to state, buying up every...
Ew, those sounds. Those sounds sound like that they would be in a hentai.
Every bottle they could get their immaculately disinfected hands on. Hundreds. Grabber, grabber, grabber. By the end, thousands. 17,000 bottles in all.
Yeah, that's...
The plan? Sell them on eBay and Amazon at a huge markup. It was the perfect grind. Well, until the inevitable happened.
Right.
Everyone got super mad. The New York Times, low on hand sanitizer themselves, decided to investigate the brothers.
Ew, don't put that stuff in your mouth. It's not meant to be ingested.
And they wrote an article. The unsterilized masses made complaints.
I don't like this one bit.
Please send the cops immediately.
And then someone went to Jeff and told. Jeff made their online accounts go to sleep.
Yeah.
eBay followed suit. Now there was nowhere to sell their goods. Then the law got involved, and the DA said, price gouging illegal.
Oh, that's what it was for? Price gouging? I see.
me angry.
Me angry. Yeah, that was a scummy thing for them to do.
So the authorities called up Matt and Noah. Hey guys. Hey, good to hear from you. You too. Afraid it's not entirely a social call though.
Right.
Oh no? Yes. Price gouging illegal.
Yep.
So what you want? Prison or philanthropy? We're sending over a squad car now.
Yeah. Makes sense that they would just end up donating it. Lost a lot of money probably, but that's what you get for being a scummy person.
I have decided to give back to the community. So the police pull up, the media too, and Matt and Noah announced that they will be giving it all away for free. They did an interview for television.
Oh wow. Oh, what was that?
And Matt and Noah announced that they will be
So
giving it
money
all
value.
away for free.
They was wanting to sell each bottle for $70. I would not buy it for $70.
Did an interview for television and wore this amazing shirt.
The pricing on Amazon was definitely higher than retail.
Would you say you're sorry?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that I would.
I mean, you tried to do a business move, but just because something makes business sense doesn't mean that it's not scummy.
Note. A similar thing happened in Adelaide, Australia.
Yeah, I think I heard about... Yeah, I think I knew that it happened in more than one place, something like that.
When a man bought up hundreds of packs of toilet paper and hand sanitizer.
Oh,
then he realized he couldn't sell it, and tried to return it all back to Drake's supermarket.
Oh.
Drake himself told the guy to please leave.
I told him that.
He has a YouTube channel, by the way, but this did little to abate the shortage of supply and overall price gouging.
Right.
But don't be too mad at these guys. They're small timers. Microscopic compared.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, if you didn't know, as far as I know, China was kind of buying certain things. Chinese citizens or Chinese agents. I don't like to say it that way because the Chinese government will use people that you wouldn't the Chinese government will use people they wouldn't normally think of being associated with the government or some sort of thing like that, and they will use them to do things. But yeah, if I remember right, they were having people buy things in the States and other places around the world, and then those products will just shipped back to China. Yeah, but I don't know if that's what Internet Historian's going to say.
To China. Stop! Oh, sorry. What I mean is, compared to the brave heroes at the CCP. There's an outbreak. Xi Jinping, you're our only hope. So a call was sent out to companies all around the world, especially in the West.
Right.
We want you to send staff out to every retail store you can to buy up personal protective equipment.
Yeah.
Especially masks.
Yep, and I remember seeing a few people on TikTok or something like that, and they were gloating about doing it. Okay, it says this particular video is not an agent working on behalf of the CCP. It's an individual who call themselves something, who buy goods overseas and sell them back to China for profit. Not quite the same thing, but worth making a distinction. Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, they basically did that just as somebody working for the CCP.
And ship it all back to China. Thank you, Xi Jinping. All in a day's work.
Yeah, I remember seeing a video where I think it might have been part of a daily dose of internet video where the guy mentioned that like 500 masks was donated to a police station, and of course maybe I don't know. I would imagine that the Daily Dose guy is probably more normal and not into politics like I am, so he may not So he may not have recognized that there's a chance that those masks were stolen, kind of, from one country, or taken from one country. Either was bought in one country and then shipped to China, which takes away people in the country that it was from.
The scale here, by the way, is just ridiculous.
2 billion masks. Wow.
Millions of face masks.
3 million masks. 2.4 billion pieces.
Yeah, and the thing is that there's no way for them to stop this, as far as I know. The only way that I can think of that you could stop it is that you have to be racist. You would have to keep people of certain ethnic groups, or certain ethnic groups, or if you can't use that, the way that people look, you would have to keep them from buying that stuff. But you can't do that because you don't know who is somebody that is an agent of the CCP.
Of protective equipment.
Thermometers.
700,000 hazmat
All
suits.
flown out on a private jet.
We just wanted to ask you
They didn't know that they were going to be on a private jet. That's
guys what all these products are and where they're going.
If you went out to buy a mask in January or February and noticed that there were none left,
I didn't really care to wear a mask. I didn't like it at all.
it wasn't just because there was a big rush on them. It was because there was a big export.
Right.
And then when other countries had a shortage, the CCP swooped in to sell locally manufactured masks back to Europe and the United States at an escalated price. Only then later for them to be found defective and needing to be recalled.
Right.
Got him again. Anyway, back to the hand sanitizer specifically. There was a shortage.
Right.
So New York Governor Andrew Cuomo stepped
Oh yeah, I might know what this is about. If I remember right, didn't California start making its own hand sanitizer by prison label? Something like that?
in with a solution. It's up to me now. He
I do not trust him.
unveiled his new line of hand sanitizer.
Open the curtain, please.
NYS Clean. A 75% alcohol strength concoction.
I hope that's somebody not actually drinking hand sanitizer.
Made by the humble citizens of Great Meadows Correctional Facility.
Yeah.
Floral bouquet. Little I detected lilac, hydrangea, tulip.
It still doesn't. It doesn't take away the fact that it was made by prison label, and that doesn't. That does not sound like a good thing to me.
Tulips, what does it smell like to you? Tulip.
They were capable of producing 100,000 gallons
That looks so weird. Makes me think of a sweatshop.
every week. It was much
I mean, it might at least be more entertaining than just whatever they would normally be doing.
cheaper than any other product on the market, mainly because the price of labor was pretty much zero. Other
Yeah.
pharmaceutical items that
Isn't prison wages only like $2 or something like that? Or is it less?
disappeared fast were vitamins, cough medicine, and, critically, inhalers.
How many ohms you vaping there?
It was tough for the asthmatics, already picked on for their feeble bodies. Their weak lungs, embarrassing. Everybody laughs at the asthmatics, even if we, pretend and say nice things to their face. The next big one would be gloves. Once they were recommended, there was a
Didn't know that gloves was something, but I'm not surprised, I guess.
run on them too. And once those were out, there was a run on, surprisingly, condoms.
Condoms. I mean, you can use condoms for other things than just safe sex. But you would have to be creative. I mean, I remember in an anime, one of the characters mentioned that he used a condom, and the way that he used the condom was he used it to hold water. So there are probably ways that you could use a condom that isn't, well, for safe sex.
The thinking man's glove. If you need to press a button on the elevator or push a trolley around the grocery store, no problem. Just use your cock. Last story.
Monkeys! Didn't know. Well, actually, I do think I remember hearing about monkeys. in a thing, but I don't know if it's the same story.
You heard people say you can own a barrel of monkeys.
In a medical center in Delhi, there's a gang of monkeys.
No, the story that I'm thinking of, I think happened here in the U.S., so I don't think it's the same story.
Scheming. Son of a bitch. I'm in. True story, right? Some red-faced rhesus macaques
Nah, they look mad.
tired of their situation, go rogue. They bust out of their cage and attack a researcher, snatching COVID blood samples as they make their way to the exit. Give me that! No, Mojo, no! Put that down, bad monkey. They make a break for it, evading staff and guards, and leap out the window to freedom.
Oh.
One was later seen in a tree, chewing on one of the samples.
Yeah.
In a further act of defiance, another was seen chewing on a surgical glove. Apparently it's become a big problem in Delhi. Monkeys everywhere.
Oh. Oh my. I live in the US, so monkeys isn't a thing that I think about.
They snatch people's stuff and even break into homes.
Oh.
It seems that nature isn't just returning peacefully. It's come back with a vengeance. And if we intend to survive, we're gonna have to learn to fight back.
Yep. That's why we got guns.
So anyway, with this knowledge, we will conquer Earth and rule over it once again.
Oh, okay, I see. So the story is that the Martians were going to take off back from the stuff that was going on, or had gone on. Something like that. Oh.
Oh no. It's here.
What?
And that's about it. Probably no part 3 unless something ridiculous happens, like an autonomous zone in Portland or the government shutting off utilities. Plugging the second channel again, you bet. We've got a feature-length Sundance review coming out in a bit over a month.
Okay. I don't think he's going to say anything more about the COVID stuff. Well, this video was quite long to do. This one I had a lot more to talk about, I feel, than the other video. Don't know why. I guess because might be more things in the video that was more political. And politics is something that I like to talk about, and I know a little bit about, at least current event type stuff. And of course, as always, I have opinions on things, and I like that I can tell them. And I'm trying to get the webcam in a way that I like. I guess this will do for now. So, thank you for watching, and if you like the video, then make sure to give it a like and follow me here. And with that, as I always say, regardless of the time of day that it is for you, either that being noon, morning, or night, I hope that you are having a good time, and with that, I bid you adieu.